You wake up one morning, walk into the woods, sit down in the grass, and not a single tick. Not in your legs, not in your dog, not even in your friends' nightmare stories. A world free of those little vampires. Sounds like a tourist's paradise, but let's get to the bottom of it. Let's start with the obvious. People will breathe a sigh of relief. Every year, ticks infect millions of people with diseases ranging from borreliosis to encephalitis. Without them, doctors and pharmaceutical companies will lose an entire industry of blood tests, insurance, and vaccines. And for the first time in history, it will be possible to walk in the woods in shorts without fear of becoming a buffet. But nature doesn't like emptiness. Ticks are part of a huge food web. Their main menu is the blood of animals: deer, rodents, birds. If all mites were removed, dozens of species of birds, amphibians, and insects that feed on them would lose their food source. Some will die out, others will switch to alternatives. For nature, it's like removing one bracket from a Lego. It seems like a small thing, but the tower starts to wobble. At the same time, the animals themselves will breathe. Deer populations, for example, will be healthier, less anemia, fewer parasites. But there is an irony here. Without ticks, some diseases will disappear, and some will simply find new transport. Nature is always inventive. If a niche is vacated, new parasites will take it, maybe even worse than the previous ones. Imagine mutant mosquitoes that have decided it's time to become the new ticks. Another effect is microbiology. Ticks carry a huge number of bacteria and viruses. Take them away and some diseases disappear. But some of the ecosystem processes associated with these microbes would change. Scientists still find compounds in tick saliva that suppress immunity or stop blood clotting. The irony is that they could be used to create drugs, for example, for strokes. So, along with ticks, we will lose possible medical discoveries. Agriculture will notice the effect too. Ticks harm livestock, cause diseases in cows and sheep. Their disappearance is a plus for farmers. But the downside is that the disappearance of one link always leads to changes up and down the chain. Populations of mice and rodents, for example, can grow dramatically without natural infection control. This means that the risk of other epidemics will increase. And here we get the picture. In the first few years, a world without ticks will seem like a holiday. Safe forests, healthy animals, less disease. But in the long term, ecosystems will begin to collapse. Some species will become extinct, others will proliferate. New parasites and new epidemics will emerge. We'll also lose possible cures that evolution has been hiding. A world without mites sounds like a paradise dream, but in tens and hundreds of years it may turn into chaos.